There's like a drug deal happening. It's absolutely wild. Chaos out here. Totally passed out. Tenderloin. Nobody cares. All these empty retail shops. Empty. More empty storefronts. Got the police here. This used to be Neiman Marcus. Barney's is gone and Macy's will be next.
That's one of many Walgreens in San Francisco that are shut down that have been getting shoplifted to death.
As you can see right now, they got the metal barricades up. For years, the theft went unchecked.
So we're about to head over to an area known as South of Market. Some people call it Soma. The federal building is over here. They told their employees not to come to work because it was so bad.
All the crime and the homelessness that we have out here, which is all fueled by fentanyl and meth and drugs.
Fentanyl's made in China, and it comes across the southern border from Mexico.
Some political people say that we shouldn't bother. Live and let live. I think the live and let live policy has kind of been detrimental to San Francisco.
About 65% of people have like severe mental health issues.
The narrative has completely changed in San Francisco. People have woken up to the fact that we have a tremendously outsized drug crisis compared to other cities in the nation. We estimate there's about 24,000 drug users in this city and anywhere from 8 to 20,000 homeless people. We don't even know how many really that there are.
3,000 have died from fentanyl in San Francisco between 2019 and 2023.
Drug use, mental illness, there's a little bit of everything going on out here.
People come from other states and they'll tell you San Francisco is like no other state.
They come here for the cheap drugs, they come here for the lax policing, and they come here for the robust services that are offered by San Francisco, i.e. general assistance.
Created like almost a perfect ecosystem for people to use drugs and sell drugs.
You got music going, you got the beef skews. It's not all doom and gloom out here.
You would swear the world is coming to an end, and this is all of San Francisco.
It just seems like it's block by block. It's all different, right?
Yeah, it is.
Well, I mean, this is sort of on the cusp of Union Square, heading toward the Tenderloin.
Tenderloin was my home too at one point. It's received tons of scrutiny, international media coverage.
The TL has always had a bad reputation. Nothing has really changed. It just got worse during the pandemic. They let things just go.
Believe the Tenderloin can be saved?
I think the city needs to do something about that, which they're not doing.
What neighborhood is this?
This is the Tenderloin.
This is Tenderloin. Is this guy all right? How often do you have to check on these folks? She's alive.
But is anybody out here really all right, though?
I mean, this is crazy. Their bodies laid out all over this street, bro. Oh, man, what's going on here?
You okay? Huh? I can guarantee you the whole block full of people that's down there. I only know there's 3 or 4 of them that's originally from San Francisco. This isn't homelessness, nah, this is all drugs.
The name harm reduction is kind of an oxymoron. There's no safe way to consume street level fentanyl that is manufactured in another country, then brought over here and cut with other agents.
It's a harm reduction place.
I've always said it's not reducing, it's enabling. So they were getting straws, they were getting things to cook with, they were getting all this stuff for free.
Harm reduction is the methodology that it's all about. Let's just keep people alive, but the focus is not treatment.
Harm reduction is causing more harm. Progressive policy is making everything progressively worse.
Who are you with?
We're with San Francisco AIDS Foundation. Yeah, we give out clean needles at HRC. It's the Harm Reduction Center.
The needle disposal kits that they give out, the homeless people try to reuse the used needles and try to scrape the residue out of the used syringe.
Giving out needles and crack pipes. How can that be good for anybody?
Harm reduction was originally designed in the 1980s as a way to keep people from getting HIV and AIDS. You're just leaving people to their own devices, condemned people to a life of misery and addiction on the street.
I call them suicide kits. It's not a guarantee that that person is going to survive after they use that.
We need to just roll it back a little bit and get a more hardcore abstinent-based detox and mandatory treatment.
We must mandate treatment.
Has anyone out here offered you detox or treatment?
No, not yet.
But people have given you meth pipes, the foil, and all that, huh?
Yeah.
When did it start?
During the pandemic, that's when fentanyl really took off like crazy. It's not because of homelessness.
Our policy failures have enabled an unbelievable crisis to occur.
We've had a record amount of overdose deaths here in San Francisco, like 807 in 1 year. A lot of people are starting to blow the whistle on this harm reduction thing. It's just not working.
Around 2019, 18, whenever London Breed took office, they started opening up fentanyl lounges.
Yeah, Mayor Breed, I think, read the room. She's looking around and she's saying people don't like what I've been doing, which is harm reduction.
I don't know if it's sincere. It's an election year in San Francisco, but I'll take it. We start changing how people are looking at the issue, and that will start changing people's minds, and that will be reflected, hopefully, at the ballot box in November.
They're all drug addicts. Down here, what they call the night market, people are fencing things, selling things. This guy's probably about to make a drug deal. You got kids out here as young as 15, 16 years old selling dope. We could probably pull over and see what they're selling. Anybody got any clothes or cologne?
I'm with him. That young man out there, I saw him come up to you. What did he ask you for?
I'm struggling with drug addiction. I want to get off the streets. I said, man, first and foremost, you got to stay off the drugs and go get like 2 jobs. It's going to keep you out of trouble, and it's going to keep you off the streets, period.
Honestly, you can always try to bring a horse to water, but you can never make it drink. You know what I mean? It has to be that point in time. You put everything down, you're like, I don't want to do it no more.
San Francisco is the cheapest fentanyl in the country.
Is that some fentanyl you got over there? Is that the Fetty?
You can buy powdered fentanyl, 1/10 of a gram, for $5.
The only time it gets bad is when it's mixed in with other drugs.
I snorted just a very little bit of it and woke up in the hospital.
So you thought you were buying meth, and somebody laced your meth with fentanyl.
Yes, sir.
What are you smoking right now?
Fentanyl.
Who do you get it from?
You already know the Hondos.
These fentanyl dealers are from a different part of the world. They're absolutely ruthless. These guys gonna shoot me? I don't know.
Right here, because this is where the Hondos are at. There's going to be some around the corner, too, though.
You're going to advise me when to put away the camera and when to put it out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
And when I first heard Hondos, I thought, okay, now people are just being racist. And I talked to these people who were selling drugs. And they told me they were from Honduras.
These are drug dealers right here. They're for sure that they're either part of the Honduran set of drug dealers that control the open air market of methamphetamine and fentanyl here in San Francisco.
Law enforcement needs to jump in and do a lot more. We've got to break up the open drug scene.
Law enforcement, it has to play a role, because while it's not illegal to be a drug addict and it's not illegal to be homeless, many times the behaviors that people exhibit in their drug addiction are against the law.
They should be arrested, and they should be given a choice: 60 days in jail or 60 days in rehab.
The soft approach we tried, it didn't work.
So you have drug dealers right here in front of the federal building with the DEA, the ATF.
Even right there where you see where that man with the black hat on?
Yeah.
They even sell right there where he's standing at.
They have eyes, but they don't see. They have ears, but they don't hear. But the United States is very clearly falling away.
And so businesses suffer as a result, and these people suffer as a result, and it's just one big neighborhood of suffering.
Do the police ever stop this?
They want to, but they can't. Those are the feelings of the supervisor.
Who's the supervisor?
Hi, my name's Dean Preston.
I was like, wait a minute, that's Dean Preston? And I'm like, oh, I got to talk to him.
Whoever started this down here. His feelings towards the people that's using drugs in the Tenderloin is, let them get high until they die.
How do you live next to all of this, man? What's it like living out here, sir?
Things like the harm reduction place and the GA office, they've concentrated all in this area, so that you essentially gave them everything they need to just stay out here and use drugs.
How do you fix something when everybody wants it to stay broke?
The fentanyl bazaar. It's a grand exchange of fentanyl and stolen items. You could be signaling the other Hondos. Stay close. You don't want to be a sitting duck out there.
Hey, come on, bro. We gotta keep it moving.
Man, look at this. The kids walking through this. So all this is getting cleaned now, huh?
Yeah. So Urban Outfit come out here, do a good job. They clean it up, get the kids ready so they can go to school.
This is the status quo in San Francisco. This isn't new. This isn't outside the norm. This is normal now in this city. If you really want to save people's lives, you need to find a balance between harm reduction and accountability, which means that you need to figure out a way to have your law enforcement and your public health start working together.
Right now, as we speak, pounds and pounds of fentanyl is being bartered for stolen goods just outside of City Hall.
Those are the Hondos?
They're taking in thousands and thousands of dollars. They're not paying any taxes.
Hey, Darren, everyone's staring at us, man. What the hell just happened?
The Hondos caught us filming them. They didn't like that too much. I'm glad we weren't hurt.